there again, everyone. I'm Dan Reinman with Reinman Cues. Today I'm cutting a 30-inch shaft dowel on the Cue Demon that I purchased from Chris Walker at Billiards Innovations. This video focuses on setup, cutting strategy, and execution, which I also learned from Chris. Because with shafts, I'm learning that straightness is earned way before the cut ever starts. And so the first step is all about the setup. If the setup is wrong, you'll machine errors into the wood, and those may or may not come out later. So first things first, I true up both ends of the dowel, the blank that I'm working with, cut them off straight on the table saw, and mark the centers accurately. Now drill those out with a 60-degree center drill so that they line up well and mate well with the centers, dead center and the live center on the tailstock. And I analyzed the blank here as if it were already a shaft. And as you can see, like on the ends there, I've got a little T marked on that side. On the other side, I've got a J. So I've decided from the looks of this wood and the grain and the straightness, and as I looked at it, one side was going to be the joint and the other side was going to be the tip. So it's already a shaft to me, even though it's a square piece of stock here. Again, I've got my tip in. On my setup, the tip in is set up at the headstock, and the joint in is set up at my tailstock. Take it down right until it touches, and then give it just a little bit more here. Again, you don't want too much pressure, or that can bow this, create a nice little hourglass out of it. We don't want that. Lock that down. Now let's bring this over to the spinning station control box. I'm going to set this thing up here like this. And Chris, I know you're good at video editing. I know you're going to flip this sucker sideways so that everybody can see this the right way, as if it's not sitting on its side. But essentially here we got the ability to spin it clockwise, counterclockwise. You have the ability for run and stop. If you're already running it, you can stop it with that or run it. And then when you're spinning it clockwise or counterclockwise, we can change the dial here, change those RPMs. And so I normally spin my setup counterclockwise, and I'm going to take it down from 150 down to 130 is what we're going to spin this at, because I was having a little problem with the hourglass, and I think it was because I had too much pressure between my dead center and my live center. But also we're going to try to spin it a little bit slower, and hopefully we come out with a bit more of a straight dowel. So we can see we're spinning now. I've got my pump running, so my antifreeze is coming through, my coolant's coming through my spindle here, good to go. Got my controller turned on and set to, let's set that right at 15,000 RPMs roughly. And so now when I hit run on this, that spindle will start up and then it'll spin all the way up to 15,000 RPMs. We come over here and I'm going to load my G code in Mach 3, and I've got a G code pass here that will cut this in both directions and run 6 passes. I've taken off about 20 thousandths each way, and then a final pass that will take off just around 6 thousandths, so it cleans it up and makes it nice and smooth. I'll hit run. side is going to come over. Down in this position, it's ready to go. I've got a little pause set in there. So as you can see, running those passes, it produced a nice even cut here. Now the blank itself was on some sides it was just a little bit less than 1 inch, so there's some flat spots, but those will come out when I start to take it down. Right now it's perfectly acceptable for it to have a little bit of that. I want a nice dowel here that's ready to hang for about a week or two before I turn it into a cone. And in the next video I'll show how we do that. So that's my basic process for cutting a 30-inch shaft dowel on the Cue Demon. This machine is extremely capable, but of course it only rewards you if your setup and disciplines are right. I look forward to hearing what you think. Leave me some comments, and thank you everyone for watching. Have a good one.